What's good, Buc Nation? It's your rude boy, Juan Agudelo, and thanks for tuning in to Tuff Bucs. Well, what a year it's been so far, and I gotta tell you, it stinks. COVID-19 not only put the NFL season in doubt, it also made it socially acceptable to be walking around looking like the Lin Kuei from Mortal Kombat. But we're here. We finally made it. It's week 1 of the NFL season. Football's back, baby. Let's go! In today's episode, we'll be recapping the Tampa Bay Buccaneers training camp and preview their week 1 clash against division rivals, the New Orleans Saints. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. And for you real Tuff Buc fans out there, click that bell icon so that you get real-time notifications on when new videos drop. You can also check me out at bucsreport.com where you can access additional Buccaneers content. So with that, let's giddy up. This camp has not been like any other camp we've ever seen before. After the signing of big-time Tom Brady and training for his mate, Rob Gronkowski, Buccaneer fans all around the world finally have hope. But unfortunately, the sports world and the NFL for that matter has been affected by a little virus called COVID-19. Fortunately for the NFL, they had time to learn from other leagues and implemented new protocols and guidelines for training camp to get this season and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers show started. The NFL would ultimately cancel OTAs, mini camps, and all preseason games, which puts Tom Brady at a disadvantage. But he's the GOAT, he'll figure it out. If there's one thing Tom Brady can do, he certainly knows how to bend the rules, and that's what he did by coordinating impromptu practices with his new offense to develop chemistry with his new receivers. Brady saw this schedule and was like, nope, I ain't got time for this. I need to start working now. Coach, do you mind giving me all the numbers to all my new teammates? Big Mike, what's up, buddy? It's me, Tom. You wanna play some catch? I'm trying to make you into a living legend. Juice, it's me, Tom. Why don't you meet me and Mike at the park and we'll play some catch? Chris, what's up, buddy? You trying to win a Super Bowl with me? Let's do this. Meet me at the park. Hey, by the way, I'm gonna need that number 12 from you. Gronk, get your simple behind to Tampa. Here's the starting lineup for the Bucs. On offense, no real surprises here. The Bucs will start with 2 tight ends using Gronk and OJ, which will help with pass protection, but also with the run game. Speaking of the run game, Ronald Jones will get the start, but we'll see if that changes later on in the season. The Bucs offense is stacked with playmakers and looks to put on a show with Tom Brady under center. On the defensive side, the front 7 will all be coming back and look to continue their dominance against the run, while the young defensive backs look to improve against the pass. Unlike last year, where the defense found themselves frequently behind the 8 ball because of Winston's turnovers, I expect the defense to improve dramatically in 2020. In all, the Bucs will be starting 2 rookies, one on the offense and one on the defense. On the offense, you have the first rounder Tristan Wirfs at the right tackle position, and on the defense, you have the second rounder Antoine Winfield Jr. at the safety position. So the 2020 season for the Buccaneers start with a bang as they go up against their division rivals, the New Orleans Saints. Let's face it, the Saints have been the cream of the crop of the NFC South as they've won the division 3 years in a row. But they've also suffered some tragic losses in the playoffs during that span. During the offseason, the Saints got the Bucs sloppy seconds by adding Jameis Winston to be the backup of the backup. But we all know who Sean Payton will go with should Drew Brees go down, and it ain't Taysom Hill. I'll be putting my money on that one. Alvin Kamara signed a well-deserved extension, and as a whole, it's hard to find a weak spot on this New Orleans roster, which includes 13 players who were either named first-team All-Pro or were selected to the Pro Bowl last year. The Saints' defense last year was pretty good against the pass and have upgraded in the safety and cornerback position with Malcolm and Janoris Jenkins. Although, I think Janoris Jenkins is overrated. I mean, come on, he got owned by Mike Evans last year when they played against the Giants. The Saints' defensive line, which includes stud pass rusher Cameron Jordan, put up the 3rd most sacks last season with 51 and look to keep up the high level of play as the makeup of that line all return. The abbreviated offseason could possibly turn into an advantage for the Saints because they have as much continuity on their roster and coaching staff as any team in the NFL. Similar to the Bucs, this is a Super Bowl or bust year for the Who Dat Nation. The key matchup for week 1 is a clash of champions, 2 elite veterans, 2 Super Bowl winners, and 2 old f***s. Tom Brady joins one of the prolific offenses of 2019, which includes the most passing yards per game, 3rd most yards per game, tied for 3rd for most points per game, and 2,000 plus yard receivers in Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. However, the Jameis Winston-led Bucs also led the NFL with the most interceptions thrown, something the Bucs are counting on Brady to cut back on. The addition of offensive tackle Tristan Wirfs and tight end Rob Gronkowski will go a long way as they look to improve the protection for Brady, but also the run game. Drew Brees and the Saints offense, on the other hand, was just as potent as Tampa's, but without all the interceptions. Brees has one of the best wide receivers in the game who is almost impossible to cover, and the Saints passing attack looks to improve with the addition of Emmanuel Sanders. Drew Brees most definitely has the advantage in this game, and that's because of the Saints' continuity. But let's see how resilient Tom Brady is, and can he will the Bucs to a surprise week 1 win over the Saints? I sure hope so. The Bucs are 3.5-point underdogs in this one. The shortened season will certainly benefit the Saints because of their continuity and chemistry, but they also have one of the best offensive lines in the league, and in the 2 games last season, the Bucs were unable to sack Drew Brees once. They were able to keep Alvin Kamara in check, but for the Bucs to stand a chance, their young secondary have to hold their own against Thomas and Sanders. But Michael Thomas will find a way to slant his way to victory. As much as I hate saying this, I think the Saints will win 30-23 and cover the spread. My expectations for the Bucs in the first quarter of the season is to go 2-2, but I do expect them to turn it around for the remainder of the season. Remember, this is Tom Brady. He's used to doing poorly in the first quarter of every season. And that's our week 1 preview against the New Orleans Saints. Tough Bucs, let me know who you think will win. Give me your predictions by leaving a comment below. Like, subscribe, and as always, wash your hands and stay safe. So until next time, keep firing them cannons.